Hello, welcome back to the second video of my tissue box journal project. So you remember, this is what I've done so far. I used a tissue box, and I'm not a fan of this. A tissue box, and I cut it out so I only have the front, the side, and the back. I have a 2-inch spine, and it's about 8.5 inches by a little more than 4.5 inches. And I put an acetate window in here, or it was from packaging, so it's pretty sturdy. And then I put Stamperia paper on the front and on the inside. And now I'm going to, or I am already collecting papers for my signature. So just wanted to show you guys what I have so far. This is an old little, I guess it's like a thing you put on the table, I guess. So I got this from the house that I got to go through that has all the old stuff. Well, yeah, it was super old stuff because it all belonged to a 96-year-old gentleman who kept everything, even the clothes of his parents. So who knows how old this is. I'm going to try to wash this and see if I can get some of the stains out, but I thought that was really nice. And it has a really good size, so I can probably sew this into a signature. I thought that was lovely. Then I also have my scraps, the roses I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this butterfly applique because it's like spring, so I can use that. And then I have from the same house, I have this lovely, it's like a table runner, and because I don't want to use it, I love it so much, I just put that in my in my copier or printer. The colors aren't as bright. I have to probably play with the settings, but if you have like really nice old doilies or handkerchiefs or any old stuff or stuff that's handmade, because there's no copyright on this, try putting it in a copier and see if you can just make a copy of it to use it like a paper version in your journal. Do not do this with regular fabric because that's all designer stuff and there's copyright on this as well. So only do it if you have like super old embroidered things, so nobody can come after you for copyright infringement. Okay, and I know who created this, and they passed away 30 years ago, so yeah. Okay, and then I got some coffee dyed, not coffee dyed, gosh, who drinks pink and green coffee? This was food coloring, and this was, I think, beets, either beets or food coloring. Yeah, so just like spring colors. I figured green and pink looks nice. Got some of those coffee dyed papers. I cut out some journaling cards from my Stamperia paper, and I'm gonna look through my fabrics because I have a few little floral fabrics. And then I also have this rice paper that I printed on, and I talked about it in my previous video, so I'm gonna link it up here if you're interested in hearing more about this rice paper. And I also have a video where I explain how you can print on tissue paper, which is pretty much the same process. This is like tissue paper, but it's Japanese. It's rice paper. It's not made from rice, though. It's a lot of people think it's made from rice. It's not made from rice. Okay, so what I want to try is, ooh, I love this. I just want to see if I have this old, the tag that I started with, the old Pride and Prejudice book page from the 20s. So I just want to like tear out this part and then glue it on there and see what it looks like. Or maybe I'll do this. Nope, I'm going to go with this. And then I'll see what else I can make. I don't want to always do the same things because you already saw me do those things. So I'm gonna come up with some new stuff. Yep. So I hope everybody's having a great week. I actually got my vacation request for Thursday approved. So Friday's my birthday, and then I also took Thursday off because I just felt like I want to spend more time by myself and catch up with crafties. And yeah, I have so many new things I wanna use and journals I want to make. So, and I also gotta finally take pictures and get listings in my Etsy shop because I'm running low on stuff. All my Tim Holtz fabric sold out, so thank you guys so much for buying all that. I gotta see if I can get more, because that line, I don't think you can get it in the store anymore. So you can get it on Etsy, but I want to see if I can get some more from my source. And then if I am successful, I will list it again. I got some other Tim Holtz fabric though. Let me get that real quick. Hold on. Okay, so I found this one. I love this one. So let me see, what is it called? It's the Eclectic Elements. And I don't know what it's called though. Oh, Script. Isn't this beautiful? I'm gonna list this in my Etsy shop very soon. And then I also got this one with the music, and this is called, it's also the Eclectic Elements, and it's called Symphony. So if you're looking for any vintage looking, vintagey fabrics, they're not really vintage because they're Tim Holtz, but beautiful, I will put those in my Etsy. And I also have this one, which I love. It's like roses that have some writing on them, and then they have like keys, and I think it's a clock or like a watch. I thought it's really pretty. That's cute. And then I couldn't resist this one. First I was gonna do a rose journal with all my rose stuff and have this as a cover, but then I started doing this, so I might do another one that's just like roses and things. So I love this, and I will also add this to my Etsy. Lots of things to do, always busy, but I love it. It totally fulfills me. It's just, I don't know, I have fun finding things and sharing them. Okay, so let's see if I can glue this rice paper on this tag. I have never used this rice paper before. This is the first time. Printing went really well, and I actually printed it on the, is the word slick? Like, it's more smooth. Okay, not slick. Smooth, and then the back is like more rough. And I know in my video where I showed you guys how to print on tissue paper, I said you should print on the rough side rather than the smooth side, because sometimes some printers, if they use a lot of ink, it might smudge. But here I tried printing it on the smooth side, and it was perfect, and it didn't even take long to dry. Like, it was dry instantly, so totally recommend this. And you can probably do the same thing with the tissue paper. Just experiment and see how your printer likes that paper. Okay, so let's put the glue on there. If I can find my, once again, my phone book. I'll just use this paper. I wanted to print this on my tissue paper, and I accidentally, my printer used the wrong tray. So, is this German? Oh. Europäischer Schmetterling. Interesting. That's German, but only this yellow part, brown part. That's too funny. All right, yeah, so if you make digital collections and use like old book pages or like documents in different languages, you probably want to make sure that you're not using anything that can be offensive. Because I saw some nice documents and I was like, hey, I want to use those in my digital kit. And well, it actually talked about the Holocaust, and I felt like I should not use that because that wasn't a good time. I mean, time, like, era, and I don't think you should use this for crafting, because it was an awful time in history. Okay, so I feel like with tissue paper you can see through more than you can see through the rice paper. I was just gonna say wax paper. It's rice paper. And nope, I'm not gonna use this one. Oops. But it's still nice that you can see through a little bit. Oopsies. Okay. Well, it still looks nice. Let's see if you can distress it. Yeah. Works pretty well too. So it gets my stamp of approval. And my guess is you can use Mod Podge too. You can use it for decoupage. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so that worked. So my thought for this, as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm probably either gonna do 3 thin signatures, or I might just do 2 fat ones. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna need some more of my colored papers. Got this one. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was the beads one. And then, oopsies, green. I'm gonna go with the lighter green. Okay, and then I have to figure out how I'm going to fold those. So these are 8.5. So let's first close this. I'm probably gonna trim a little bit off, and then it needs to be 4.5. Yeah. So, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Did I just get another green one? Yes, I did. Used all those. So yeah, I'm going to do 2 signatures and make them fat. And I'm wondering if I should, when I sew them in, if I should cover this with lace or not. Probably not, because I think it looks really pretty. I like the distressed edges, so probably not going to put lace on there. Okay. I should probably dye some more paper. Let's cut this, and then I can just fold it in half. It's a lot easier than trying to measure the fold, like where to fold it. Okay, so it needs to be 4.5, 9. I'll do it a little less than 9, maybe 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 7/8. Yeah, I think so. And those pages don't all have to have the same width. So now if I fold it, probably not on this thing. Okay, now I have to trim the little bit off on the top. Oops. So the cover is 8.5 tall, so I'm gonna go maybe I'll make this shorter a little bit. I mean 4.5. I think I'm going to go 4 1/4. Just to make sure, because when you have a really thick, like lots of papers on your signature, the pages like in the middle, they stick out more, and I don't want this like to stick out here. So, and then let's do 8 1/4. Let's do 8. Okay. Yep, I think that looks good. Okay, and when I just folded this paper, I noticed something, and I know many of you paper crafters notice this too, because sometimes papers are, like when you fold them, let's see, it's easy to fold them. Let's do this. Or sometimes when you fold the other way, it's like, it looks like this. Can't really tell. Like sometimes it breaks the paper, and many times people think it's just the paper doesn't have good quality. But what I learned in school, when I went to school for graphic design, we learned how paper's made and everything. So if you know how paper's made, like all this, the fibers and things. Let me see if I have a pen. Where did my pen go? Let's just use a marker. Okay. All these fibers are in the paper, like all this gooey stuff, and everything's in the water. And then they make the paper and they drain the water. And all these fibers align in one direction. So let's see. Yeah, so on this paper, all the fibers are aligned like this. And you know how I can tell? Because when I fold it like this, parallel with the fibers of the paper, you can't really see the fibers. They're tiny. But if you fold it parallel with the fibers, the paper folds really nicely. And you don't get like the paper break. I call it a paper break. I don't know what it's actually called. But then if you fold it this way, you get these weird, the fold is not as nice and clean and smooth. And so it has nothing to do with the paper quality. I mean, of course, sometimes paper is just not good quality. But most of the time, for example, this one, let's see. Yeah, so the fibers are, oops, aligned like this way. So folding this way is good. Folding this way, not so much. And I don't know what it's called in English, what the English term is. But in German, it's Langbahn und Breitbahn, which means you have this roll of, like, you know how the paper rolls, like, let's pretend this is this gigantic roll of paper in the paper mill, I guess. And they cut it off. So there's the paper, and let's do it this way. So let's say here's this gigantic roll of paper, and then when you pull out the paper, they cut the reams of paper. I guess it's called reams. And so let's say all the fibers go this way. And sometimes when they cut like the letter size paper or the A4 paper or any format, sometimes they cut them like this and then cut them like that. So depending on how they cut it to make I don't even know how to explain it. So let's say this little square is a letter size. This is the 8.5 size, and this is the 11 size. So all the fibers go this way. Sorry if this is really confusing. Then when you fold the paper, it's better to fold it this way. But if they cut from this big roll of paper, if they cut it so the long edge is this way, and the short edge, like the 8.5, is this way, and this is the 11-inch, then it will be easier to fold it this way. So, and there's actually a term for how the paper is cut off those gigantic paper rolls, and it's called Langbahn and Breitbahn, which just means long or wide. Sorry. That's the teacher in me. So yeah, that's why sometimes when you fold it like this, you have the smooth fold, but sometimes, like other papers that were cut differently, when you fold it this way, you get like a break, like the paper doesn't fold nicely. It just, yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, there's a little lesson in paper science, I guess. Okay, so I said I was gonna do 4 1/4, right? 4 1/4. Here we go, 4 1/4. And then we need 8. What did I do? 4 1/4, and then I did what? 8. The things you remember. It's been, gosh, how many? I graduated in 16 years ago. But in Germany, the school, like, is not the same. Like, you don't graduate the same age as over here, so schools are different. The school I went to, they actually have 3 different kinds of, like, high schools. And you graduate at different ages. Okay. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Oh, yeah. No, it's fine. Oh, yeah, because I didn't trim this off first. Yeah, I did. Oh, gosh. I folded it this way? No, I didn't. Oh, maybe I already trimmed it earlier. I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. Okay, so I'm gonna make 2 piles. One is gonna be for one signature, and then one for the next signature. And I can also use a whole bunch of my, if I can find them. What the heck did I do with them? A whole bunch of my die cuts. Oop, here they are. Ah! Birdie. Ugh. I have like flower die cuts in here for my lovely floral books, I should say, and I can embellish the pages with those as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, and then I also have these lovelies. They're so beautiful and so crunchy and yummy. Uh-oh. Gotta do one at a time. Okay, so 4 1/4. And 8. Okay, neat. What else can I'm gonna use a bunch of book pages. So I am gonna go through my stash and then I'll be back. All right. I just discovered in one of my stationery drawers that I have a whole bunch of stationery that I haven't used in a while because I haven't been writing letters. I know I should. People are waiting for my letters, but I just haven't been in the mood. So anyway, I found these 2 lovely papers. Also this lovely Paris envelope that has the opening up here, which might be a little, oh, bummer. Almost. It's actually the exact same size. So maybe I can do something with it. Or I'll sew it in to the signature like this and then have pockets on both sides. I also found this lovely envelope that I coffee dyed a long time ago. It has a beautiful flower on it. And I found a French book. I forgot that I had it. So yeah. Oh, I got it for $1. Always look through your stash so you don't forget what you have. This is from 1936. It's a French school book. Love that. And I also have this box full of botanical postcards, and I'm sure there's some lovely spring flowers in here that I can use somewhere. This is beautiful. They can be great journaling cards. Oops. Go in there. And then just some book pages. Oh yeah, this might, oh, this is a little too long, but this is an old recipe thing from June 1948. Got that from a friend when she helped her client clean out their house. And then also this one is like from the University of Maine, College of Agriculture, and they had, I have a whole bunch of these papers. These are all recipes and things, and it's from a Square Meals for Health County contest from 1947. So I shall use some of those papers as well, because I have more than enough. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I grabbed these two from my flower books, and I'm just gonna gotta see how I'm gonna use those, either this way, but I don't want to cut this off. Maybe I'll cut some of the text off and can use those images. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna work on now. And I mean, you've seen me do that before, so I don't have to film how I cut all these pages and stick them together. So I think in my next video with this project, I'm going to make different like pockets and ephemera that I'm gonna stick in this journal. And yeah, I think that's all I got for today. So oh yeah, and I'm gonna try to hand wash this and plop this into my journal as well, because it's a perfect size. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I love all your comments that you leave on my videos. I'm so grateful that you take time out of your days to watch my videos, and thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!